everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling here and grooving, Yeah, the DJ was pretty darn good, I thought. Like, damn, son. Play it again, Sam. But anyhow, how are you this morning? Good to see you there. Snarly's in the house. Good morning, Snarly. Flutter Girl and the Vamp. And who else we got? Oh, Canuck has made it. Not so weird. What's going on? China now has facial recognition on everyone in TikTok. That will make you dancing when you're in prisoner of war. Oh, yeah. They'll make you shoot people you didn't shoot. They'll make you have sex with people you didn't have sex with. And they'll make you steal when you didn't steal. That's right. The AI is so powerful now that they can do it almost, I said almost, instantaneously. And that's why the scripture always says, we walk not by sight, but by faith. That's right, because what you see with your eyes will always have a chance of distorting reality. And if that's your reality, then be careful, son or daughter. And but it's just like what happened to the Japanese here this morning. Did you hear? Yeah, let me see if I can show you. Pretty sad. Yeah. Somehow there was an issue. Oops. Yeah. Not good. Not good. That little booger here was the Kuros rocket was to put up into space emergency measures for Japan. Yeah. I wonder who got in the middle of that one. And it came raining down as it blew up. Yeah. I wonder who did that. Well, I don't know if we'll ever know, but, it's something to talk about over there on the other channel. Yeah, the Tavern Report will love to talk about that stuff. Loads of fires everywhere. Boom. Yeah, pretty sad, really. Oh, look at there. We're playing it again, so not. But anyway, yeah, that Kuros rocket blew up, and that cost them money. That cost them some money, no doubt. Yeah, there are wackadoodles out there, and yeah, there's always predators. Be careful with your children. The Georgia judge today dismisses some charges against Trump in the election case. Did you hear that? All the Boeing dumpster fire. Well, there's been a little bit of problems over there in Boeing. Yeah, a little bit more than a dumpster fire. They're burning what? The evidence. That's right. They're burning the evidence over there. Yeah, the whistleblower, who was an inspector, had said a bunch of, issues were going on in Boeing and over there in the Carolinas, and he was murdered. Yeah. He shot himself. Like, he's the one who want to shoot yourself. The greatest impetus a man has, or the greatest core, is just survive. So one of the largest companies in America is aviation. And it's always been said, if aviation falls, so does America, the rest of America, because we sell more planes than anybody else. And now Europe has been trying to, thwart that, and they've been doing a pretty good job with Airbus. But yeah, we got some hard times ahead. I hope not, but I think we do. Old Snarly knows, who else we got out here? I know Susan's out there. She's listening. Got her got her hickory ready. It's pretty crazy when you got a woman carrying around a hickory. When I was a kid, what a hickory was is not a tree branch, but a tree branch. We used it for baseball. So mom's carrying around a whip, or is it a baseball bat? I think in Timmy's case, it must be a baseball bat, because he needs to have a little bit of yay upside the head once in a while. Rocket Bob 76 is out there. Good morning. Good morning, Canuck, my brother. Look forward to this evening with you. And let me see you put that on there. I think I'll say it. I think it was on there, son. Maybe it wasn't, man. Boom, 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 boom. Is that it? There it is. Yeah. Flutter Girl, always a pleasure to see you there. Doc Rock 18. And I look forward to sometime talking with Doc Rock and Rocket Bob. Doc Rock is, over there in Florida, and he's specializes in rocks. Yeah, that's why he's a Doc Rock, right? And he puts them in different places for people to enjoy. That sounded bad. I was trying to be coy with what exactly he does. Let's just say he helps rocks make you happy. And they're not moon rocks, for those who know. And King of Snarls is out there. Timmy, of course, gotta love it. And the Snow King, he's up there, or better known as Calmness has made it in. Hey, sis. Yeah, I wasn't saying it, Flutter Girl, but I was trying to be nice, But yeah, I didn't know if he wanted anybody to know. That's why. But yeah, he's a Doc Rock, and he rocks. And it looks like old Joe does too there. Oh my gosh. Super lurker. Dude. Well, of course. And Calmness has made it in the house. Anyway, so the Georgia judge dismissed some charges against President Trump today. And he kept some, though. The judge overseeing the Georgia election interference case on Wednesday dismissed some of the charges against former President Trump, but many other counts in the indictment remain. Fulton County Superior Judge Scott McAfee wrote in an order that 6 of the counts in the indictment must be squashed, including 3 against Trump and presumption of 24 Republican presidential nominee. But the other he left intact. In other charges, the judge wrote prosecutors could seek a new indictment on the charges that he dismissed. Also, and the ruling is a blow to Fulton County attorney Fannie Willis, who's, got egg on her face. Well, not any egg, doo-doos on her face. Whose case has already been shaky ground with an effort to have her removed from the prosecution over her romantic relationship with a colleague. Yeah. Sex always sells, right? Or maybe you sell and then you get sex, or maybe you sell sex. I think that's what was going on. She was a tramp. She is a tramp. She did it. It's first time charges of any Trump of the 4 criminal cases have been dismissed, with the judge saying prosecutors failed to provide enough detail about the alleged crime. 6 charges in question have to do with soliciting elected officials to violate their oaths of office. That includes 2 charges related to the phone call Trump made to Georgia's Secretary of State Board Raffensperger. Now, if you all heard that, State Raffensperger on January 2nd of 21, I think what Trump was saying, you know, and you have to get into the mind of the criminal to convict him. I just don't see it. You know, it's let me see if I can find Raffensperger's a piece of shit. Hey, AI is changing my searches all the time. Have you noticed that? Freaking. I didn't put in what it just came out. Now I have to go into my search engine and see if I can't manage search engines. God. I don't know. Maybe I've got to change it all together. I just think it's changing the searches. I didn't put that in there, and maybe I did. I don't know. Phone call. Maybe I did. Well, see, they shredded ballots, and provisional ballots and the military ballots, all in Florida, all bring to question as they look. Trump was saying, "Hey, man, let me see. Let's see if we can hear it." Just say it's marked because we want to know what we publicly, but I think it's very safe. Very least. I don't know if they're gonna. Here it is.
Look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find.
It's okay. I'm just going no prompting.
11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Now, that was a key component of.
Well, see, that's what he's looking for. And here's the full Trump.
So, Mr. President, everybody is on the line, and just so this is Mark.
And we are quite sure that's going to happen. Another tremendous number. We're going to have an accurate number over the next 2 days with certified accountants. But an accurate number will be given. But it's
you see what he's doing? He's doing the research. It's a live research. It's not a
and they were told they can't vote because they've already been voted for. And it's a very sad thing. They walked out complaining, but the number is large. We'll have it for you, but it's much more than the number of 11,779. That's the current margin is only 11,779. Brad, I think you agree with that, right? That's something I think everyone, at least that's a number that everyone agrees on. But that's the difference in the votes. But we've had hundreds of thousands of ballots that we're able to actually. We'll get you a pretty accurate number. You don't need much of a number because the number that, in theory, I lost by the margin would be 11,779. But you also have substantial numbers of people, thousands and thousands, who went to the voting place on November 3rd. Were told they couldn't vote.
Do you hear that? That's what he's talking about right there.
Had been put in on their name, and that's very, 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 very sad. We had, I believe it's about 4,502 voters who voted, but who weren't on the voter registration list. So it's 4,502 who voted, but they were not on the voter registration roll, which they had to be. you had 18,325 vacant address voters. They had the address was vacant, and they're not allowed to be counted. That's 18,325.
That's already more than what he needs.
904 who only voted where they had just a PO, a post office box number. And they had a post office box number, and that's not allowed. We had at least 18,000 that's on tape. We had them counted very painstakingly. 18,000 voters having to do with, she's a vote scammer.
Voter fraud.
Vote scammer and hustler. That was the tape that's been shown all over the world that makes everybody look bad. You, me, and everybody else. Where they got number one, they said very clearly, and it's been reported that they said there was a major water main break. Everybody fled the area, and then they came back. Her daughter and a few people. There were no Republican poll watchers. Actually, there were no Democrat poll watchers. I guess they were them. But there were no Democrats either, and there was no law enforcement. Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before. The table was put there. I think it was, Brad, you would know, it was probably 8 hours or 7 hours before, and then it was stuffed with votes. They weren't in an official voter box. They were in what looked to be suitcases or trunks.
He's laying out the case, and it's clear to him. This is what he's asking. Hey, look, dude, you know, this is what he said. What they're saying, that he's manipulating Brad.
Instant replay, if you can believe it, but it had slow motion, and it was magnified many times over. And the minimum it was 18,000 ballots, all for Biden. You had out-of-state voters are burning their ballots. But Lita, even Georgia, we won. You know, in Alabama, we said, what's the purpose? I won't give Dominion a pass because we found too many bad things, but we don't need Dominion or anything else. We have won this election in Georgia based on all of this. Even if you cut them in half, and cut them in half again, it's more votes than we need. It's devastating. And by the way, that one event is much more than the 11,000 votes. When they came back, they didn't go to their station. They went to the apron wrapped around the table, under which were thousands and thousands of ballots.
Well as FBI agents.
Well, there's no way they could. Then they're incompetent. They're either dishonest or incompetent. Okay, there's only two answers: dishonesty or incompetence. There's just no way. Look, there's no way. And on the other thing I said too, there's no way. I mean, there's no way that these things could have been. You know, you have all these different people that voted, but they don't live in Georgia anymore. What was that number, Clay? That was a pretty good number too. Yeah.
Well, the number who had registered out of state after they moved from Georgia, and so they had a date when they moved from Georgia. They registered to vote out of state, and then it's like 4,500. I don't have that right in front of me.
And then they came back in and they voted.
And voted. Yeah.
No, that was a large number, though. It was in the 20s. And you know, the point
We've
is
been going through each of those as well, and those numbers that we got, that Ms. Mitchell was just saying, they're not accurate. Everyone we've been through are people that lived in Georgia, moved to a different state, but then moved back to Georgia legitimately. And in many cases,
really, how many people do that?
So
you mean they moved out and then they said, "Ah, the hell with it, I'll move back in"? You know, it doesn't sound like a very normal. You mean they moved out, and what? They missed it so much that they wanted to move back in? Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and then they moved back in years ago. This was not like something just before the election. So there's something about that data that it's just not accurate.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that it is certified, and they moved out of Georgia, and they voted. It didn't say they moved back in, Clayton, did it?
No, but I mean, we're looking at the voter registry. Again, if you have additional records, We've been asking for that, but you haven't shared any of that with us. You just keep saying you can.
But Lita, a lot of it you don't need to be shared. I mean, to be honest, they should share it. They should share it because you want to get to an honest election. I won this election by hundreds of thousands of votes. There's no way I lost Georgia. There's no way. We won by hundreds of thousands of votes. I'm just going by small numbers. When you add them up, they're many times the 11,000. But I won that state by hundreds of thousands of votes. Now, do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that? Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
But have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
No.
You see what was happening here. They needed an update, and as that update happened, Dominion did go in and do all this. So that was the reports. And when they did that, they erased so much of the data. Also, the routers were cleared, and there's log files on routers. I don't know that anybody knows. When you bounce from one, like you do a search, it bounces from router to router to router, and everything gets systematically found. And it's like, because they have name systems, Joe Slick Live right here, right? If you just did a hop, how many hops it took from your house to here, and on Twitch, it's probably in the neighborhood of 8 to 15 hops on average. So each router that routes that request that you're sending out, the video that you're watching, is back and forth 8 to 15 hops, and each one of those routers has a log, and the logs were being removed. They were being cleared. Not that they had to touch the machines, but just the machines did whatever they had to do on an update, wiped it out. But also the log files and all the routers were being removed because they could do that. That was legal. And that's what the President Trump's trying to say here. The idea that, this call was inappropriate. He said, man, look, I've won it by 100,000 votes or 200,000 votes. What do you mean? And there's all these discrepancies. He was told there's a ton of discrepancies. And that's what he's going on. That's why the call is happening. Is guys, what the hell? And he's questioning it. So because he's questioning it and he's telling these guys, hey, this is, bogus. And there's no way in hell I lost Georgia. And yet these people have their hands tied because of whatever, whether they can't see the data or whether somebody is manipulating them or whether they just they're part of the naysayers. And it may come out that these guys and gals are corrupt or not. But that's what the president's was arrested for and being charged for, this call. And I think it can be characterized in multiple ways, but in reality, you have to get into the mind of the president saying, look, what were you doing? What was the call for? I was questioning the integrity of the election because there was so many freaking problems. I seen the video. The illegally pulling out that box of ballots out from underneath. The worst case, it should have been redone. And because the courts were, and the people were in charge, they're pretty good at blocking you. And the corruption is real, as we all saw, and on whoever part, the Republicans or the Democrats, the two-party system has failed us radically. And I think you get rid of all parties, whatever you identify by. No, man. What about just voting for what they said rather than what party they go to? Oh, yeah, you go to George's party. Oh, you go to Joe's party. Oh, my God. Anyway, so that's what it's all about there. And if you want to see more of that and listen to that, this is, a link 3 years ago. Here's the link. I just looked it up for you. Posting that right there for you. You can look that up there over there. But I've had it for a long time. I've looked at it and like, wow. But yeah, so the judge says you can look at what's going on here to find the truth, and the truth is going to come out, and we'll see. It's a big deal. The U.S. is still working at removing, Prime Minister Netanyahu in Israel. They don't like him. Why? Because he's not CIA. He can't be manipulated by him, and they don't like it. The current president is found to be cognitively impaired. No. And the other portion of what's going on in the news today is the former president wanted to go to the Capitol, but they didn't because it was unsafe. And he spoke to the Secret Service, and the Secret Service were never in any danger from the president. And the idea that he lunged for the wheel, which is, it's in the front of the limousine and he's in the back, and he lunged for it, is proven that it never happened. So, the little gal that, wanted to, whose interpretation, brought some crap up, and yeah. Liz Cheney, yeah, who's with her father, who is in many circles here in Arizona was a hero, and yet in other circles he was a zero. She's proven to be on the ladder. She was working with Fanny over there in Georgia, and it's beginning to unfurl just how much a role she had in what was going on and behind the scenes. Loyalty is an important role, and most people had loyalty to her father, but not to her. And that's why her tenure, I think it's Colorado or Wyoming, I think it's going to end here real fast. Yeah, what'd you say about Deck here? They got a new update. Oh, Pakistan's popping. Philippines is popping. Kyrgyzstan's got a little bump. Right? Excuse me. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah. But, yeah, crazy. Put the morning report out there. One view. All right. Well, that's all right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at Pakistan having a little pump with a little bit of propagation all the way to Kyrgyzstan. It's not a big one. Kazakhstan's got a little feel good in it. Nagano, Japan, and Sadao, which is where they had the big earthquake over there in Japan here, first of the year. Still rumbling. Yeah, it's still rumbling. It's going to rumble. The Nias region, Indonesia's got a little squirrely, and so does Timor. And the Philippines are small little bump, but it's registering. So that's what's happening currently, earthquake-wise. Let's see what else. The House GOP launched a brand new investigation in January 6th events. Will the truth come out? We'll find out. Yep. And Pompeo saying that Biden's appeasement strategy has undermined global security. Yeah. Yep. Crazy. Marines were sent into Haiti to protect the U.S. Embassy over there. A new U.S. Marine Corps embassy fleet and anti-terrorism team have landed over there in Haiti. Did you know about what's going on over there in Haiti? Yeah. The day after the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, amid the country's rising gang violence and unrest. Yeah. Not the first time and not the last time, but there was talk that something came out of the sky and created the earthquake over there in Haiti. And we'll be talking about that on the other channel, but the details of that. But and also we'll try to bring to bear the notion that the Haitians believe, or many Haitians believe, that the former presidents, took the money and ran. Over $6 billion were donated to Haiti, and that money was used to prop up Hillary Clinton as president. Yeah. Where did it go? PNG, there's the 6. I think I talked about it last night. Well, I don't know if you were online. I don't know if I was online. Shoot, howdy. I was talking with Luke there, and yeah, Papua New Guinea pops in with a 6. All right. I see it in the Philippines. I don't see it in Papua New Guinea. It might be a little bit older. Vanuatu is offline, and Banda C, Rayball is offline. New Caledonia's got a little noise, but nothing. North Sulawesi's I can see it in northern Sulawesi, but I see it stronger in the Philippines. So I'm not seeing that one. Believe we got it covered. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the 6, man. I don't know that that's real. I mean, if it's current life, it might have been earlier. Had to refresh EMSC. USB was, yeah, I don't. Hindu Kush 5-1. Yeah, Hindu Kush that's real. Yeah. So says the what? Hindu Kush. Yeah, that's happening. A little Cali humor. I'm sorry. That's Scoot's brand of EQ. There you go. Thank you, sister. Yeah, it was going. So it happened before, and it went up the line, and it registered up in the Philippines, and it registered up in Pakistan and Kyrgyzstan, and Hindu, the India stan, and Pakistan up in the corner is where Pakistan and India come together, and I think that's where they shot, the CIA dude, Yeah. Crazy what people do out there. Share Bear's out there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if I can do it here. How do I do it? I put the dot. No, I put this one, then I do the dot, and I do this one, then, or no. I do the little O, then a dot, and a big O. Oh, damn it. Little O, dot, and then the number. There you go. Share Bear's over there. Yeah. Saying hi. Over there meaning over at deck. I always have that going in the background so that, and when there's a report, I can look over there and go, oh yeah, okay, that's
happening today.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So, so what's happening over there in Port-au-Prince to maintain strong security is the U.S. Southern Command team, known as FAST, have landed over there. And the command statement added the U.S. Embassy remains open, but it's operating under limited operational support and supporting Haitian-led efforts to secure peaceful transition of power. The U.S. Southern Command has prepared a wide range of contingency plans and ensure the safety and security of U.S. citizens in Haiti. And it's interesting. I think it was Haiti that the Chinese were even. Well, it wasn't Haiti. Where the hell was it out there in the freaking ocean? Do you remember that hurricane that just all of a sudden stopped and it scoured the island and no more airport? Yeah, that's the airport the Chinese were building. Yeah. That's good. I wonder how they did that. Or did they? Well, that's stuff we'll be talking about on the other channel again. Everything here's got to be up to snuff. It's got to be straight. It's got to be kosher. Sanitized for the children, because some people run amok, But currently, solar wind speed is 407. Proton density is about 6. We haven't had any really big flares, a B7 and a C2 in the last 24 hours. The day the sun brought darkness, 35 years ago today, the greatest solar storm of space age engulfed our planet. A powerful chronomass ejection hit Earth on March 13th, 1989. Within 90 seconds, the entire Hydro-Quebec power grid failed. During the 9-hour blackout that followed, millions of Quebecians, or Quebecos, Quebecois, found themselves with no light or heat. Happy anniversary. Maybe the power grids are better prepared today and might be able to withstand the solar storm in 24. Yeah, I pray that they are, but I don't think they are. Just like Texas. Texas is so darn big and they just can't figure it out because, well, anyway. There are people in Texas that were ex-presidents, and maybe the reliance upon fossil fuels has pissed them off, or how they made their money. Well, we made our money, so let's stop everybody else making their money. Or is there something else nefarious? I don't know. There's about 5 sunspots on the disk today, and the one which is departing ours. It's going around the corner away from us. 3599 has a beta gamma delta magnetic field that poses strong possibilities for X-class solar flares, X-class solar flares, I should say, and the other ones don't. There's only 2 that are kind of coming into the center of the disk, and that's it. They're quiet. Does that mean nothing's going to happen? No. It just means they're watching the magnetic fields. KP index is about 3 right now, maybe a little bit higher, but it's right around that. There's no significant coronal holes of any to measure. Class M chance 15%, Class X 5. All right, because 3599 is still there. Geometric storm probabilities 15% in the next 48 hours, and in the mid latitudes, and 15% for the upper. Of those, 5% chance for the mids to even have a geometric storm, and 25 to have in the high latitude, so not a big deal. 2,349 FAS, or potential hazardous asteroids out there, and that's an asteroid that's a football field size or larger. It's in the vicinity of the Earth, whether we're traveling towards it or it's traveling towards us or mutual, we don't know, because space is space, man. And today is the 13th, and there is 2 rocks out there. One is 21 feet across, and one is 54 feet across, and both are greater than 8.5 distances away from us. Distances of lunar distances. So 8 multiplied by 250,000 or 240,250 miles. Put the lime in the coconut and shake it all about. Don't forget the tequila, or the, what is it over there in the islands? They like I used to drink some of that. Some Cat Morgan's spiced rum. Bring out the captain, I used to say. Let's share a drink. Not anymore. Not anymore. Brain can't handle it. No. Getting old. Actually, I like being sober. Let's see. Yeah. I don't see. Let me see if there's anything happening in Alaska here. Video. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that will. This is the LASCO right now. LASCO 3. Don't see anything being out at it so far. Oh, something on the other side's happening, but nothing here. So I think we're pretty safe. Let's look at the tremors. Yeah, in the Pacific Northwest, no tremors recorded today. All right. Buoys. And buoys. Any drunk Chinamen out there? Nope. Nope. No drunk Chinamen. How about volcano news? Anything in the volcano news today? March 13, 2024, Santa Guido, Fuego, Popo, Docono, Sakurajima, Sabancaya, Ebuko, and Tanakula. All right, Tanakula. All righty. Popo, the 21, it's not a whole lot, from 17. Tanakula volcano on the Solomon Islands. Hey, look at that. Woo! Yeah, Sentinel-2's watching it. And if you can find that link to the Sentinel-2 live, I used to have it. I've been looking for it, where we can actually ask it to go look at these different things, and then would be fine, right? And here we go. Yeah, I just turn that. There we go. Yeah, if you can find that link, that'd be super. Thank you. Fuego. Normal, about 15. So that's, about 2,700 foot popper. Quarter of a mile pop. Sabancaya volcano. Sabancaya is in the armpit of South America, and it's going to 23. It's a 19 and change going to 23, about 4,000 foot pop. Sakurajima volcano, there in the bottom half of Japan. It's not a very big mountain, and it's popping to 8,000. I think it's, I want to say 46? 36, all right. Pretty close. Pretty close right there. So 36 going to 8,000, so almost a mile high. So pretty good little popper. And when it does pop and choke and it does all its stuff, that's about how high it gets. Dacono volcanic ash advisory to 8,000. Dacono's like 30, 36, 38. Yeah, and 38, almost 39. So 4,000 foot popper, almost a high. Ibu and Dacono over there in Halamarahara. Here's the Saram Sea over here, so you know. Things are happening over there. Fernandina volcano, the Galapagos Islands, lava flow eruption wanes gradually. So it's waning. All right, it's waning. It's not on the main island, but it's on that little island, and I think we were looking at that before, trying to go, well, which one is it? It's Fernandina. Oh, there you go. You got it, big boy. All right, so if we're looking at the USGS island down here, you can see that big earthquake right there, right? Fernandina's on this little island right there in the Galapagos, okay? So this here on the East Pacific Rise in northwest of Puerto Oroya, Ecuador. It ain't even close to freaking Ecuador. Ecuador's over here, right? Panama. Galapagos. What did they just say? The freaking Galapagos. Or the island is controlled by Ecuador, eh? Yeah. Puerto Ayora. Let's see. Where's Puerto Ayora? Right here. Puerto Ayora. There we go. Island Santa Cruz. All right, so right there. Bang, bang. Just say Galapagos, you turds. Put a lime in a coconut. Yeah, and sure, stir it all up. Yeah. You can see Peru has had some very fun times here yesterday, and even up here by Bolivia, but this is in Chile. A 5-3, a 4-3, 4-7, and a 4-6. This all happened yesterday. And I don't know about this 5-3, 13. Well, that happened today. 12, 12, 12. So is it going south or is it going north? Or maybe it's just popping north first because it's weaker and the pressure's really coming from the south. So we have this one out here by the Galapagos as well yesterday. And 4.6. I know I had a couple of Panamanians. El Paso City, you know, white. It's in Texas. It's not in. Anyway, having a little 2.7 again over here in Virgin Islands here, Anguilla, United Kingdom, popping with a 4.3. Wow. And up in here, this is again happened yesterday. 3.8 Smiths Ferry. Smiths Ferry's still happening. And who was it? Father Time. He came by and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was busy as get up, and I said hi to him, and that's about it I can do. But here's your big banger right here, right? A 6.0 right here. Bismarck Sea right there. And I'm not mistaken, there's a couple of volcanics in here. But let's go ahead, and then there's the Afghanistan 5. Let's go ahead and look at this. Look at the origins. Body wave says 5.8. All right, so 5.6, and it's got a 1. So that makes it a 6.2. Wow. A 6.6. 6.5. Oh, 6.2. 6.6. 6.3. 6.5. 6.2. I'm averaging them up, so forgive me for the math. 6.3, 6.3, 6.5, 6.6 actually, 6.6 again, 6.3, 6.3, 6.2. So between a 6.2 and a 6.6, I would suggest that this earthquake is. And of course, because what USGS does do, I should say doesn't do, right? They don't screw around. What they do is they tell you about how the what the hell? What the? Oh, I was looking for it, so hold on, I'll find it for you. How the USGS looks at earthquakes and how they measure them. What the hell? Oh my gosh. I don't know where it went. Took me a long time to find the damn thing too. Oh man. Apologize. I'm just trying to find that program. It's not anymore. Thought it was here. Wow. That sucks. Now I gotta find it again, and I'm not gonna spend any more time on it. But USGS has they do not use the Richter scale anymore. They use it the moment something scale, the moment magnitude scale. So if it doesn't do any damage, if it doesn't rock the world, it didn't do it. And they said the Richter scale downgraded most of the earthquakes, and they said this way it's more accurate. Well, if the Richter is saying this and the seismograms are saying that, and USGS is saying something other, then there's an interpretation problem, right? They use the sphincter scale. Uh-oh. Well, favorite place? Go ahead and check it. Yeah. There it is. There it is. You can see it. It's the only time you're gonna see it. Look out for the brown eye. Yeah. Back to the volcanoes. You got a rabbit hole already, huh? Oh, Popol, you just got rabbit holed. Yeah. Yeah, soon this will be mine, but not yet. They don't have it where I'm at. 21 out of Popo, that's not a whole lot. Santa Guido, just farting in the wind. Ebico, up there in Kamchatka, or just south of Kamchatka. Oh, crap. Yeah. All right, go. He came back. 12,000. Yeah, it's a good little pop. It might be the winner again. Sakurajima popped to 7, so that's not a whole lot at a Sakurajima. Yeah. Ebico again is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Meaning it's a 3,700 foot mountain and it's popping to 12,000 feet. That's the flight level. It says, look, you fly 12,000 feet or higher, or else you're going to get ash in your engines. That's what the number means. So don't fly 11,000 feet. You might miss the ash, but they said the ash is up there, and so the safe place is 12,000 and above. So the safety area is, 3,800 to 12,000. Yeah, about 8,000 feet difference. Yeah. So an 8,000 foot popper, Ebico, winner of today's explosive activity. Looking at the EMSC for the earthquakes, of course, current last 12 hours. And we just looked at them all too, all the ones that are any significance. Hindu Kush is a 5.2. Croatia said hello. Northern Italy again, 1.3 though. Northern Italy, hey, look, last few days we've been seeing some Northern Italy's. just like we're seeing the Greece. Swarms. So northern Italy, right here in northern Italy, up there in where all the snow is melting, right? Because we're spring now. Yeah, the Alps. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there you go. The armies. Anyway, the Aunt Jemima treatment. Go ahead. Aunt Jemima was pretty cool money. Dominican Republic had a 3. Northern Italy again. There you go. I told you. India, Pradesh had a 3.6 prior to that other one, right? Right up here, the Hindu Kush. Yeah, 5.2, right? So it's still moving. Greece, right? Popping. Yeah. Southern Greece, Taiwan, little 3.7 on Thai. Northern Cal, little 2. Strait of Gibraltar had a 1.5. Taiwan popping. Look, you didn't even see it on the USGS. Taiwan, 2 hours ago, had a 4.5. Right. Yeah. Philippine Islands region had a 4. Well, we're in an alternate reality. You know that, right? Yeah. Since the CERN broke something and they did something, we're all in an alternate reality. Yeah. I saw the kid say it, man. He's a genius. He believes that shit too. You want an alternate reality? Well, I'll put you in a room. You'll see an alternate reality. Hotbox that room for you. You'll get an alternate reality. Western Texas, little 2.4. Greasy. Again, Greasy. I mean, poor little Greasy. Getting popped. And it just hasn't really shown itself what it wants to do. Right? Boom. I got to do something here. All right. That's right. Whoa. That didn't work. No. Crap. All right. There we go. Yeah. Need to fix something here. Yeah. Well, it's all the way up. All right. Well, shoot. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's on the higher end of things. Well, it's all low, so can't change it. Yeah. Well, that's it. What it is. All right. Yeah. Crete in Greece as well, little 2.3. Kosovo. So what do you see in the Adriatic is over here. Look at brrr, right? And then up here. So we've got earthquakes moving on around all the way up through Croatia and up and around. That busy's been busy. There's talk about Etna acting up right now. I saw it online. We did have an earthquake just out here, I think, near Etna. And I said, oh, watch Etna. And sure enough, it's in the news. And we'll find out that a little while, right? So, yeah, we're seeing a lot of stuff happen in Turkey and Greece, Western Turkey. All these things are little smallies, right? Sumatra, Southern Sumatra had a 4.1. You know, where that is, we talked about that. The biggest explosion in common world today was Krakatoa. I don't know, but I think Pinatubo was bigger. What's your thought on that, Canuck? Maybe we'll talk about volcanoes tonight and their impact on our society and life in general. And the wackadoodles who still like to live right by them. You know, hell, I live pretty close to some too. So, you know, I guess it's just in how you look at it. Oaxaca, Mexico's going pretty low. Tonga was pretty big. Yeah. Tonga. Not Pinatubo? Right. Yeah, I don't know. And Tarapaca, Chile had a 5.3, you know. Oh, yeah. 6 hours ago. And Panama had a 2.8. Didn't Pinatubo cause 10 years of trouble? I think so. I think it weather change and stuff like that. They heard the boom in Alaska. Pinatubo? Damn. I know 1,200 miles for Krakatoa. We learned that yesterday. I mean, Tonga. Oh. Are you you're talking about Hunga Tonga Happy Eye? Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, that thing went around the planet a couple of times. Yeah. Michoacán, Mexico had a 3.2. Southern Texas 2. Northern Italy. Southern Greece. Northern Island of New Zealand had a little 3. Coquimbo 3.1. A lot of 3 at 4.7 over Ryukyu Island, Japan. All right, so that's coming off the Taiwan quake. What's going on here in Iceland? My opinion, I think Meteorological Office, Reykjavik Island, contact Dr. G. Gudimundsen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, do we have an earthquake up there or not? Nope. Well, that's pretty much it for everything. I started this morning off with looking at the news. Usually I put it on the end of the show, but I put it on the front half. Only because there's not a whole lot going on, and it is what it is. The ligaments are the same as ley lines. Not necessarily, but they do have some similarities. But I think the liniment goes there from Tonga. Magnetic field lines, yeah. There are some similarities, but when they're building a city and stuff, the ley lines, sometimes, they change them, but yeah, you can access them from wireless power. Wireless power. Yeah. Yeah, magnetic field. And, the Earth is full of magnetism, and, there's magnetism between men and women. Yeah, either you like it or you don't. And some like to have the same polarity, and that kind of doesn't work in life. And, the species would die out if that's what's the case. And the species might die out, man. But anyway, big hugs, y'all. And yeah, remember the rabbit hole. And let me see. All right. Hi, I'm Joe of the Joe Slick Live Show. My interactive live show is on twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live. Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and occasionally in the evenings at 7. During the live show, I review and talk about reports from government, private, and other reporting agencies and websites regarding celestial and terrestrial phenomena. Topics will include solar flares, sunspots, geomatic storms, and near-Earth asteroids and comets that are being monitored around the world. Included in the report is current events in the last 12 to 24 hours here on Earth, consisting of volcanic, seismic, and weather events. I close the morning report off with what's happening in the local and world news. Thank you, and you can be a part of the morning report by going to twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live. Look forward to seeing you there, and remember, don't get none on you.